Every time you think about applying for any visa, it be tourist or visiting visa, regardless of your nationality, or rather regardless of the kind of passport you are holding, please be sure to be knowing some basic things. Like, there are some things you have to be knowing which are not at times told to you by those people that help you about that paperwork. Yes, somebody can help you to do paperwork about going to anywhere, but there are things you have to be knowing, mostly to those embassies, like to those countries that issue one-on-one visa interview, unlike Canada and some other countries that don't give one-on-one visa interview. There are countries like US, like German, UK, where you have to be matching in for your one-on-one visa interview. Kindly stay around as I take you through basics of your visa application and what you exactly have to be knowing before you start the whole process. One thing you have to do for me right about now is to like the video, share to a friend, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new on this platform. Yes friends, once again welcome back to my channel. It's me, Edwin Brandon, with your latest update regarding traveling to any country of your choice. Today, as I started by telling you, there are some basic things you have to be knowing for your visa success. And because I'm communicating to both international listeners, rather viewers, and local Ugandans, I'll be mixing some Luganda, my local language, in today's video. But mostly, let's first go into the English speakers. If you want to go to any country, what you should be knowing is that that country will want you to be having a reason why you have to travel there. Not every reason will be looked at or will be considered for your visa success. Those interviewers or those visa officers mostly look at parts where they can deny you a visa because that's their work. You should be expecting either to be denied or to be given. So the first thing you have to be knowing is that you have to get a reason. Some people go as tourists, and before you think about going as a tourist, first make research of the tourist attractions in the country of your choice. Countries like US or Canada have such tourist attractions like you're seeing on your screen. Please be sure to check on those sites, rather check on those tourist attractions, then study about them before you can always apply for those visas. The second factor you have to look at is your bank statement or your proof of funds. They will need you to prove that you have enough funds, both in cash and at least you have saved some money somewhere. In case you have not saved money anywhere, you have to at least provide proof of employment, and that in most cases will be followed by a letter of support, like your employer has to really confirm that you really work for them. That will help the embassy to know that at least you can sustain yourself when you're given a visa to their country. One thing you have to note, to those people that are watching or those listening, and you expect anybody to give you their bank statements like in form of sponsorship, be sure that you confirm that bank statement, because when you take something false to the embassy, in most cases you get a ban. Some embassies are so strict in that they go on and verify those bank statements with the real banks. If somebody's like it's gonna be like your sponsor and you pay them money, in most cases, if you find somebody who is not genuine, you will have to forge around the document and get you in trouble. That will be costing you a lot, and you might find yourself being banned from going to any country for about 5 to 10 years, depending on which country you're dealing with. To Ugandans, in most cases people go and get documents from NASA. you get in trouble. That aside, let's look at another factor on which you'll be successful to have any visa of your choice. You have to reserve air tickets and book hotels of where you're going. And what you should know is that you don't need to pay the actual air ticket or paying the actual hotel fee before you get a visa. Every reservation and booking can be done for visa purposes. Yeah, so there's a way airlines and hotels do that on their sites, all by the help of any travel agent. That aside, most embassies, almost countries, will ask you for proof of like strong ties of your country. You have to show that at least if you're Ugandan, or if you're from Kenya, or if you're from any country that I haven't mentioned, you have to be showing at least something that signifies your strong ties to the country. It can be land, I mean a copy of your land agreement or land title. Also, to show that you really have strong ties to your country, sometime you should have married a person in that country. Yeah, to gents, kubanga munange wawasa kwabasa ekyo nga bakuwasa kyonna kyekiri. So that will be actually just enough to show the visa officer that yes, when I travel to your country, I will not stay there for time or for long, because I can't leave my wife behind, I can't leave my property behind. Yes, why should I stay there anyway? Having shown you that, that will be your excuse, a very strong one. Yeah, apart from that, sometime you must show that you have at least traveled to other countries outside your own country. Reason being that if it's a tourist visa, you can always show evidence that you are such a good traveler, you're such a genuine traveler. When you go into a country, you have to come back. So if you're in Africa, most African countries don't need visas to cross to any boundaries, like either boundaries. Let me say you in Kenya, you don't need a visa to cross to Uganda. You in Uganda, you don't need a visa to cross to Tanzania or Kenya. So make sure, instead of using your national IDs for countries nearby each other to make travel history, make sure you always use passports, because when you show evidence that you have a stamp in your passport, exit and entry, for tourist attraction, for tourist reasons, you will always have such a strong travel information.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies.
Apart from this, if you may wish to have
hold on, just let us escape.